Hello everyone, welcome to Brilliant Public School online edu classes. Today we are going to learn chapter number 3, Ruling the Countryside, part 1 of class 8 Social Science History. The learning objective of this chapter are, in this chapter the students will be able to explain reasons for the introduction of land revenue system by East India Company. And they will be able to describe the land revenue system introduced by the British East India Company after the assumption of Diwani of Bengal. They will be able to discuss how the growth of new crops often disrupted the rhythm of peasants' life and led to the revolt. As the British colonial power, they secured political control over the Indian territories. Its political architects, they began to feel the strain of financial liabilities. On 12th August 1765, the Mughal Emperor appointed the East India Company as the Diwan of Bengal. The company became the chief financial administrator of the territory under its control. Means the complete financial department was in the hand of the company. In this chapter, we will see how the company came to colonize the countryside and how they organize various revenue resources, even how they redefine the rights of people and they produce the crops they wanted from India. The company had become the Diwan, but it still saw itself primarily as a traders. It wanted a large revenue income, but was unwilling to set up any regular system of assessment and collection. So there were two objectives of the company. First, increase the revenue. Second, buy fine cotton and silk clothes as cheaply as possible so that they can export it to Britain. Within 5 years, the value of goods bought by the company in Bengal doubled. Before 1865, Diwani they granted company the import of gold and silver from Britain. Now, the revenue collected in Bengal could finance the purchase of goods for export. Soon, it was clear that the Bengal economy was facing a deep crisis. Artisans were forced to sell their goods to the company in lower prices. Artisans' production declined. Artisans were deserting from villages. Peasants were not able to pay the dues and they fell in the cycle of indebtedness as the high rate of amount was being asked by the peasants. Agriculture cultivation collapsed parallelly and the worst hit, that was the Bengal famine. In 1770, a terrible famine killed 10 million people in Bengal. About one-third of population was wiped out. If the economy was in ruin, could the company be certain of its revenue income? Think, was it possible for the company to get to run a business in loss if they will get nothing in their hand? How was this to be done? How can they extract revenue from the peasants? So they focused majorly on improving the agricultural condition. They knew very well that they can get good revenue from agriculture only. Revenue system in India. Companies official felt that they need to encourage and improve the agriculture. So they started with a policy of revenue system which were being kept on changing as per the need and demand of the people. We will learn about all the different types of revenue system in the next part. With this, we end our first part. Happy learning everyone.